Time to tinker and talk the night away. Grab your glue and paints, we're back again. It's model making day. From classic cars to soaring planes and steam trains on the track. Whether die-cast builds or part work kits, there's no turning back. So let's tinker and talk, just you and me, building dreams from plastic, one sprue at a time. You see, whether sanding down or fitting parts, we share the joy, that's how it starts. Come along, let's tinker and talk the night away. Oh, got a Mustang here and a Spitfire too, maybe a steam train. The smell of glue, the sound of chat, in this world we all remain. Got a tip or trick, then drop it in chat. We build as friends, not just fans. This bench is open, the stream is live. Come lend a helping hand. Yeah, we tinker and talk with laughs and care. The hobby's better when you've got good folks to share. From sanding wheels to fixing wings, we celebrate the little things. So come on in, let's tinker and talk the night away. Screws and glue, just me and you, talking shop till the model's through. A misstep here, a perfect fit. We cheer each other every bit. Let's tinker and talk under workshop lights, chasing calm and joy through long creative nights. From revel kits to die-cast dreams, we're builders, makers, part of a team. It's Tuesday night, let's tinker and talk the night away.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all on this very nice Tuesday night? Now, I've got a few things to go over before getting on to the ROKR build. There is a bit of an announcement of an upcoming video. So, first of all, let's get a couple of things out of the way. You'll see that I've got a new printer. So I've got the Creality K1 Max there. I will do a video on that when I've done a little bit more printing on it. So that'll be coming out soon, which does mean that a few things will change around in the workshop a little bit. It's not going to stay there, but I need to rearrange that half of the workshop just to try and get it to move around that way a little bit. The Ender 3, which is right in the corner, might move, might disappear completely. Don't know yet, but I know that this machine won't fit where the Ender 3 currently is, mainly because it's such an unstable shelf that it's on, and it will probably shake it to pieces. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. You'll also notice that the Megazord is finished. That video will be out tomorrow, and it looks absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. Trying to pass it off a bit as a lamp in the living room, not working well so far, so he's back out in the workshop for a minute. But you never know, he might go back in the living room. The kids certainly want to see it in the living room, so he won't be in the workshop for too long, or won't certainly show on camera very much, because he does take up quite a bit of space on the workbench. And with the K1 Max there, it's quite a bit of space. I've lost like half a workbench at the minute, so yeah, space is a bit of a premium, so all that sort of needs to be rearranged and moved. Now, there is a reason I need a bit of space. Now, you'll notice that there's a Mike Lane QR code just there. Now, there is a reason for that. Do we all remember this?
Oh, I'm doing this because why not? And also, I want to know how long it takes to build a 1/8 scale vehicle. Now, I am going to kind of take my time.
There's a reason I'm wearing this t-shirt as well. So, we all know Mike Lane. responsible for these sort of things, the ultimate electronic kit, the kit, power mods, etc. But not everyone knows that he does full builds. Now, you saw that little clip from Wayne. That was 3 years ago. Now, for the last 3 years, I've also been thinking the same question and wondering the same thing. And there's been one sort of model that I've sort of had my eye on for about the same length of time. Now, it happens to be one that's available through Mike Lane. Now, he originally, I'd said I was going to buy it from him, and he actually has already started building one of these, and basically he was going to give it to me and show so I could put it on the channel. Now, then I mentioned to him what I actually had planned for it. So me and Mike have partnered up. So this build is going to be sponsored by Mike Lane, or in part. And that build is going to be an IXO build. It's going to be the Super Impreza. Now, it is going to be a live stream. And I'm going to see if I can build this car within 24 hours. This build is going to start on Saturday the 20th of December. So it's 2 weeks on Saturday, I think. And yeah, it's something I have been considering for, say, the last 3 years. I've got the body shell there. So I've now actually got the model in the workshop. So obviously, if you do want these full-scale kits, get them from Mike Lane. He tries to undercut anyone around. I think he's the cheapest ever. So do scan that QR code and go to Mike's website. It's not just the IXO builds that he's got. I think he's got a few others as well. He's even got some Kadar, like the Lego style cars as well. So there's loads of different model kits that he has on there. So yeah, do check out Mike's website. But that's the big announcement. I'm going to read your comments in a bit because they're actually behind me, so I can't see what you're saying in a minute. But we will get on with the ROKR Space Shuttle build. So let's get building. So, hello everyone. Well, yeah, with the K1, I probably could have done. I've got his head. Yep. So I have put a bit of thought into this, and to be fair, I've been studying Wayne's video for a little bit, and could see obviously how it went wrong for him. So what I'd probably end up doing is setting myself a time limit, and basically then taking a break for a set period of time. You know, go off, have a cup of tea, sit down for a minute, take your head out of the build sort of thing, and then come back to it. So yeah, but as I say, it sounds like I've only got 2 weeks to plan this, but it's been something that's been around for a while. And I mentioned this to Mike probably at least a month ago. But I've had this part work on my list for probably the best part of a year and a half. And yeah, it's always one I thought about doing and seeing how quickly I could build it, or how quickly I could build any 1/8 scale vehicles. Really, she just wants me out of the house for 24 hours and not be in her hair. Yep, so obviously what I can do, I think this one, I think the parts are a little bit laid out a little bit better. This is the book for it. But I think the parts are laid out a little bit better than the Volvo that Wayne did. So I will check it out at some point before the deadline. I know the screws are all in one box, but we'll find out. They're all in packs. I don't actually know. So you got number 1, 2, 3. So these are all step 4, but it doesn't say anything about packs, so I don't know at the minute. I will have to check all that out and try and work it out so that I'm not having to hunt around for parts and things. So put that date in your diary, 20th of December. Now, I'm going to say, been partnered up with Mike effectively for this for a little while now, so been quite excited. As well as the part work, you do get a free PH0 screwdriver. He gave me this one. This is an ESD one. I think by standard you'll get the standard wearer screwdriver, but I said I'd already had one of these, so he gave me one of these. Well, the wife's known it for about 6 months. I'm probably planning it for about 1.5 years. Right, so the ROKR Space Shuttle. Let's get head in the game for this one. We're going to kick off with sheets E and H, and we also need something from M as well, which is this translucent one. Let's see. A. Right, so we need H, and we also need E. I'll tell Mike that. Right, so we need E1, which is this piece. Start off with that piece. And we also need H9, we need 2 of those. That's those 2. Now, I haven't actually told Wayne that I'm planning on doing this. So, first he'll know about it is if he watches this stream back. H26 and H24 is what I'm looking for. Oh, that's 24. Now, that one's H26. So, which way around are we looking at this? So this is where we obviously got to last time. I'm going to just move this switch out of the way. So I think it's just a case of build up more of this tower structure now. So this piece going into that one. Yeah, I remember now that that didn't seem to be sat on there very well. I was hoping that was a clamped down a little bit better, but it's very loose, that one. But I'm sure by the time we've finished, it'll be better. This has got a couple of arrows pointing downwards, and that is the way they need to go down. And then we have this piece, which I assume must be detail far side up. Which will go in like so. now I'm trying to work out what I'm meant to be doing with this piece. Don't think it should have the switch on it anyway. It highlights that piece, but that piece is already there. Or is that one of the lights? Ah, that could be one of the lights. I wonder if I should have untwisted this. That's right, I think I can untwist it anyway. I think it's this light that's meant to go there. So I guess we tuck that down there. And then we have this light that goes in there. Yeah, I don't have any electric screwdrivers like the well sticks. Maybe I need to get some. Right, I'm sure this has got to go around here like this. But it's not going in the slot. Right, there we go. That's now in that slot. And hopefully I can bend this one around as well. Also try not to damage the wiring. Right, so we've got that, like that. Next up we need M5, which is this piece. Oh, nice. Oh, the batten build's brilliant though. Are you on about this space shuttle as well, Ed? The ROKR Space Shuttle that you're planning on doing for the list? Right, so we need these two pieces. Is that even M5? Nope, that was M6. M5 is that one. Oh, it didn't look right. So this needs to fold. So these tabs go into here. So tab in there, and with that lighting out the way, and that tab goes in there, like so. And then we've got these parts that I think will reinforce that shape. One there, and one there. Next we need H17 and H16. That's these two. And these are going to be building up on that section there. So we've got a couple with details, or one with details, as you say. So H16 is this one, and that's going to go into that point just there. And then this one is going to go this way around. And it's going to slot in just here, like so. In a minute, that switch is just sort of dangling at a minute. Sure, it's got to go off somewhere. Try and tuck it out over there. There we go. It's out the way now. Next, we need a couple of mechanical fixings. So we need H15. So find that one first, which is that one. Then we need P20, which I believe is one of these little plastic pieces. I think they're both the same. Yep. So P20 is going to go onto this motor first. Now, how do I twist that? Oh, it looks like I can. Only because it looks like it's that direction in the picture. So then we need this, and this is going to go this way around and sit on top of there. So it doesn't matter which way up it goes. And then we need a P4 screw. Which be this one. So it's going to go straight through the middle of that. Wait a minute. Nope. I need to do something first before I do that. I actually need C20 as well. So where's sheet C? Yeah, that's H, E, B, A, C. There's. So C20. That one. And we also need E18 and two of those. Right, so two of these little tabs. Yep, I know exactly where you are, Chris. I've already seen that you're about 3 miles away from Healy Cider Farm as well. So on the way back, we might pop into the shop as well. Right, so with these, we've got C20. I need to just pop that bit of waste out. I don't actually know how many parts are in this ROKR kit. I'm not even sure if it tells you. Where's the lid of the box? 446. And don't ask me how many I've already done, because I have no idea. Right, so that then goes and sandwiches like that. Then that sits on top of that one, like so. And then we put the screw in. Yeah, she lived in a village about this size, and that's actual scale. And she still got lost. Next we need H13 and H12. And we also need C19. So once I've got C, let's find C19 first. That's right, Chris, I'm not relying on Rach for directions. H12, H13. H13. And H12 is right next to it. So 12 goes on there first, followed by 13. I'm assuming it doesn't actually matter which way that goes. Yeah, every get lost as soon as they walk out the back of their van. Right, then this is going in that point there. It just sort of sits there a minute. Got it that way around, so we'll put it that way around. Next we need H22. So with this with the live build, I'm thinking I'll be starting Saturday morning. It'll probably be around about the 8 or 9 o'clock mark, something like that. So not really early. Right, so it looks like I feed these lights through this slot. So I definitely need to untwist them. Can I find the end? More importantly, can I untwist the end? There we go. Still tangled. I can see this being a right nightmare. Right. Slightly untwisted. And now I've actually untwisted that from that point there as well. Right, let's see if I can get that wedged back in there. Trying to be a bit cautious. See, if you flex this too much, it's just going to break. And it's only metal. Right. Okay, so that's in there. This piece needs to go in that slot. So I'll hold it over that way. There's a detail side, so I assume that faces towards me. But this lighting, oops, has to go through that hole, apparently, in this direction. Like that. Right, so that's in there. That lighting is through there. Now it doesn't actually say exactly where the lighting goes at the minute, other than up. We do need another platform. We need H20 and H34. So H34 is this larger piece. And H20 is this little piece here. So this one got a detail on it there. That's going to go this way around. Try not to break that now, that I'm going to knock it. This needs to go in there like so. This will go over the top of this. I'll work out if it goes through that slot or not. I think it does. That goes through like that. And let's move that switch out of the way. The lighting looks like it comes up through here. Oh, and the switch goes up through there as well, actually. This is where this build has got a lot more fiddlier. Right, there we go. So that's up through there. And this has to go all the way down, whilst keeping that piece attached there. Not dropping that wire. That'll push down into that one. And then presumably there's going to be lots of different tabs and things that this needs to push down onto. Oh, that's fallen over. Can I get out? Yes, I can. Right, try and get all this lined up, pushed down into place. Right, I think that's actually gone okay. Amazing. Right, so we've got that in there. That spins. I'm assuming that's going to spin. That's definitely all down. Looks good to me. Ideal. Should have probably put some wax in there, but I think it's okay. So next up we need H9 and H18. That's H18. Which is going to go, don't think it matters which way around, I think it's symmetrical. Just in there. And we've got H19 which is next to it. So nervous now about breaking that piece off. You probably can't really see on the camera how tall it is. There's just that one little piece. Easy enough to bash something against it. So we've got this piece that's going to go in there. And then we've got H41, which is this piece here. And this is going to go this side somewhere, apparently. I'm not seeing it a minute. Oh, I see. Let's do it so it's that way up. So it goes in there. Right, so next we've got a few C parts. We need C16, another long piece. I can't actually get out. Come on. Right, C16. We need C10. Which is that one. We need C13, which is this geared piece. We need H21, which is that one. Just knock out these waste pieces. Right, let's find our bit of wax, which I'm hoping is still in the box. Yes, it is. So first thing first, we're going to be taking that piece and storing them together. I need to just file that out a little bit. Same for that one. That's better. That fits in like so. And then this gear section, I'll work out which way around it goes. I think it goes this way. yeah, 2 longer ones going in first into those 2 circled parts. And then we have this one. We've got 2 circles on this as well. Don't know if you can see that. It's very faint on there. But just going to line those up with the same circles on that one. Going to put some grease or wax on those gears. Evening, Daniel. You've missed the big announcement. Right, let me just work out which way around this goes. I might give you a recap. So that's going to go into those points there. Now, it won't go down all the way because of that screw head. So I assume that's correct. And direction of this is correct with that going that way. So that's all good. Now that's got to go that way. So next up we're going to grab H52. Which is this one. And C17. Which is again another geared piece. So we've got this one first, which just goes over like that. Oh, excellent, Daniel. Yeah, and that makes such a difference, that kit. It was actually partly developed by me, which is good. Quite nice. It's actually useful that Mike is so close, because even there's models that he's not working on, and if I'm working on them, either he can come have a look at a partly built model, or he can see a model that's actually finished, and sometimes showcase his mods on a finished model, which would be usually one of mine. And no, the very big cop wasn't mine. That was Mike's. And I have yet seen that it's in bits again. So it's not just me that takes things apart again. But speaking of Mike Lane, so you would have missed the announcement at the beginning of the stream. So as part of a bit of a partnership with Mike, I am going to do a live stream, and I'm going to be building the Super Impreza. Now this is 1/8 scale from IXO models, but I'm going to see how quickly I can do it. So on Saturday the 20th of December, I'm going to be attempting to see how long it takes me to build, pretty much non-stop, with the exception of a few breaks. So we'll see how that goes. I've seen the pixel mats as well again today. Given Mike a couple of extra ideas as well for that one, but hopefully they'll be launching soon. I really can't wait. I've seen them now and they look absolutely fantastic, including the little boxes that he's got for them now. They look brilliant. Right. So next we need H48 and 49. I'll do those ones first. I'm going to break that in a minute. I've got 2 pointy things up in the sky. What numbers did I say? 48, 49. There's 48. There's 49. And I think I need a C as well. I need 2 C's. C3. That's these two. I'll just snap those in half. So, first of all, we have H48. That looks to be going there. Let's do it that way around. I think it's symmetrical. The numbers on the inside. We have these C pieces, which look to be going in the longer piece down, it looks like. So it's going to lock that gear together, nice and solid. And then we've got this one, which is H49, and that's going to go just in there, like so. That's what's going to be the little gantry that's going to swing out. Right, next we want H31. We've got 2 of those now. Do we only need 1 or 2? We need both of those. So at some point tomorrow, I might set up the future stream of the 24-hour build and do a social media post announcing it. Right, next we want H25. I did consider announcing it last week, but ideally I wanted the vehicle to sort of show it off a little bit, show the scale of it, and obviously have the book as well. So right, so these are both going to go the same way around. We've got detail piece face upwards. We've got this piece that's going to go into there, detail facing outwards. We have this one, again, detail facing outwards. And then we're going to sandwich that together like so. Oh, I've missed a piece. H23 I also need, which is going to go into those other holes. H23, where are you? There it is. Yeah, and the other benefit is most of them are made in-house. So all developed in-house and pretty much all manufactured in-house as well. That's in there. And then these 2 tabs are going to go into that point there. Excellent. Hey, Mike. Well, I saw Robocop. That was completed. I saw the video of it. But then today I see Robocop's in bits again on your table. Next we need H47. Can I find H47? There it is. Got this nice little R detail in there. We also need H46, which is that piece, and H51, which is that piece. See, that's why it was complete then. So we've got that one going in there, that one goes in there, and then this one with the detail facing outwards is going to go there. If I just tip that up, you can see that nice little R detail framed nicely. Looks really good. How long have I got left on this stream? 10 minutes. Brilliant. Unbuild, I love it. Cheers, Mike. You have to wonder if they ever do a Johnny 5, whether he could actually be disassembled again. Right, so this piece is just going over the top of this one. Try and get those all lined up. Excellent. So that's now in there. Then we need 44, 45, and another 44. Which are these ones? Nicely aligned just there. Don't know which way around to have these. I've always got to go that way up actually, because they only fit on that way. So let's do it this way, so that the numbers are on the inside. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, nope, nope. Pay attention to what you're doing. They actually are that way up. But they go and clamp both parts together. So they go on those tabs there. Like that. Then we need H28. Not much left actually of these couple of pages. I'll check what the next page is and whether I continue much further. Right, where are these going? What have they done? They've twisted this around this way. And these are going in here. One in there. And one in there. Like so. Still really nothing said about these lights at the minute and the switch, which only sort of show they're coming out this way at the moment. Well, having said that, the next bit of lighting needs to come across here. Try and work out where this LED should end up though. Doesn't make it clear. I'm assuming it's got to be within that gap. So it's going to be a little bit tight, but it will glow, I guess. I'm going to go down that. Let's just use this plastic spudger. There we go. So that will light up that little section, I guess. Ideally, it would be better if it was over further, but without disassembling this bit, I can't really make any more slack. And then that's got to go down into this gap here, like so. Then they've just literally got it off going up that way a minute. So a minute, I'll just put it off to one side. H32. That's these two pieces. Yeah. And they are going into these two tabs here. Longer tab facing downwards, it looks like. Excellent. And then we need H39, which is another platform piece. And we do have a piece within this piece. So hopefully don't lose that one. So we need some wax to go in those holes. And then that's going to come down over there. Line up with that piece and that piece. Is it only those two pieces that hold it in place? Yeah, looks like that's the case. So what's on the next page? Well, we've got 5 minutes. I reckon we can finish these 2 pages. So C8. Goes down over this one. There's my sanding stick gone. Just going to take off the burrs on the outside. That's going to go down over that piece. Go down into that piece there. Like so. We need H38. Not many H's left. Well, that was that little piece we had a minute ago, wasn't it? Again, just going to take off those rough edges. That's going to go down over this one. Like so. And then we need H33. Find H33. It's one of these little tabs. Only need one of them. And that's going to go and just lock that down in place. Hopefully. It's not going in. Just taper it a little bit and see where we can get that to force its way in. Is that going to be in far enough? Just see if I can gently persuade it. There we go. Excellent. Right, I don't think I'm going to get as far as I was hoping to, which is finishing this page. So I'm going to just finish the current page and then not get onto the page 24. We need to mount this switch. Oh, we need another piece first, H40, which is this one, and that's going to go down over here, like that. And then I just need to screw this switch in, and then we are done for today. Let's bend those wires down. We need P1 screws. 2 P1 screws. Which are these? Use my new PH0 screwdriver. Right, so that's going to go this way around. Line that up there. So that's in there, and that is pretty much all we're doing. So I've got the page 23, which is where we put that little cam follower in, and then next time we'll be carrying on with the upper part of the gantry, etc. Right, so thank you very much for watching. Certainly built that up quite a bit. We've got a nice little gantry there now. Hope you can see that. Starting to look a bit more like a shuttle launch area. So really happy with that. I'm hoping that I can protect these lights somehow. I might have to twist them up a little bit, and actually I might be able to just tuck it in like so. That'll probably be enough to protect them, hopefully. But don't know what I'm going to do next week. Maybe I'll continue this. I don't know yet. I know my son wants me to carry on with the Lego Bumblebee, so there's lots of things to do. So I'll just see what I feel like doing next week. But as I say, tomorrow I'm going to have the Megazord on the channel. Absolutely fantastic build. Absolutely love it. Weighs a ton. Carrying that around is like carrying around a small baby, a small child. You've got to carry it like a small child almost. But yeah, fun build. So as I say, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.